We are here to talk about, we both have a top 50 list. We're going to kind of run through this because we know that's two top 50 lists, probably take a little while. So what we're doing is we feel like everybody on this top 50 list is good enough to be in the pro league, are capable enough to make the pro league and contend for the pro league championship. So if you're wherever you're at 1 through 50, don't feel bad or whatever, because like I said, everybody on this list is capable of being a top pro league driver. So Bulldogs, you want to say hi to everyone before we get started?
Hi, what's good? I kind of would like to touch on something real quick. This is pro league ready guy. This guy can improve to be there one day. We are putting the top 50 best drivers, so whatever, in the game. You won't see just like a social media pick. You won't see none of that. You will see the best drivers and wheelmen in the game on this list.
Agreed, 110%. So, that being said, to start things off, Bulldog, you want me to start my top 5, or you want to start?
I'll start us off. First off, I gotta put you on there. You know what I'm saying? Obviously number one on speed, if not on PlayStation and Xbox, but by far on PlayStation. Nobody can keep up with you right now. It's just a fact of the matter. After that, honestly, there ain't much to say. It's just the raw speed that you've had, Pro League champ. There's really no denying that. If you ain't top, first pick on everybody else's list, trying to change. But
I appreciate that, Bulldog.
And going on with the next one, this might get where it's a little. I'm gonna have to go with Beast, just because. And I'm not throwing two Outlaw guys up there just to throw two Outlaw guys, even though I am a little partial. The reason I'm gonna throw Beast up there is not only does he have the speed in these qualifiers, but I've seen the speed in the league race and everything else. It's scary how fast how fast he can make those cars in the league race. And man can run qualifying laps every single lap in a league race and be good doing it.
Yep.
Not only that, but the road course experience and the road course speed that he's got in that car, in every car that he brings, and the amount of time he puts in, Beast is my top two. Then I'm gonna have to put, probably have to put Scout, man. Scout's got a lot of raw speed and a lot of raw talent, and I've never seen Scout really that great in a league race per se. In the long run, I've never seen it really be there for league racing and racing around people. But everybody said the same thing about me, so I'm not putting him down for it. But Scout's definitely top 3 in the game. Then I'm gonna have to move to Fluffy. Fluffy is a absolute beast as well. He's scary fast, and Fluffy's a guy that really, he's overlooked in a lot of this stuff, and he's always there. You know what I'm saying? He's he might, a lot of guys he's overlooked and not really. It's, to me, he's not really put up on those. And when we're sitting around talking about who's fastest, we're putting those guys up there, and nobody really mentioned Fluffy, man. But Fluffy's he's one of the fastest on the game. It's just what it is. In leagues, he runs leagues on Xbox, PS4, and he's just fast. He's fast, got a lot of driver etiquette, and he's gonna race for Pro League Championship this year if he can get some wins fall his way. That's my third. That's my fourth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then my top 5, I'm gonna have to put. I might have to put Bear up there. Bear's fast. He showed he can get it done in the Pro League. There ain't much to say about that. Really aggressive. I ain't really raced around him that whole lot much, but I've seen the speed in him, and he's fast. He's top 5, and when you hop in a lobby with somebody and you can tell they're fast, whatever differences we have with those guys, whatever it is, we still recognize each other, and we still recognize the speed in each other, and recognize the talent there. So I'm gonna have to go with that as my top 5. Smoke, Beast, Scout, Fluffy, and Bear.
So our top 5 is pretty similar. Obviously, we didn't put ourselves in these lists, so there's gonna be a few differences. My number 1 And honestly, I'd argue that I'd put Beast above me just because of his road course skill. Like, the thing that impresses me about Beast is he got a few guys that are road course like ringers, but they're on controllers. Beast is on a wheel outrunning these guys, and that's really what to me sets Beast away from everybody else. He's just as fast as everybody at the mile and a half, short tracks, plate tracks, it don't matter. But the road courses is where I feel like he has a separation from everybody else. So Beast is my number one. I'd put Scout Bonk number two. Dude, just he's an animal. He's fast as crap everywhere you go. He's always in the hunt. He's always running leaderboard lap times. I mean, he's just fast. I'd like to see him in a little bit more league races. Which, other than that, he's definitely going to be in the pro league. My number three is Fluffy. Fluffy is right there, honestly, with Scout and Beast on the road courses as well. Like I said, I just give Beast a nod because of the wheel. But Scout and Fluffy are neck and neck in my books. And you got to put Bear, Bulldog. What Bulldog said is accurate. He's a pro league Final Four. He won 3 races in the pro league, led a bunch of laps. He's got a lot of experience, runs in a couple leagues. He's got a lot of raw speed, so you got to put Bear in that top 5. And then my 5th is Too Fast for You, 95. Dude is ridiculously fast everywhere you go. He wins in anything you put him in. He's top 5 all day in my books. So that's my top 5. Pretty similar. A couple differences, Bulldog.
Yeah, so I'm going to move on to my top, move in the top 10. After this, it may not be in exact order. I'm going to try to keep it in my order throughout the top 15. Then we may go off of order, and those guys, from there. But my top 10 is going to be top 10, and it's going to be ranked at the top 10. The 6th guy is going to be Slade. He's fast, and he's another one of those guys that's a real laid-back guy, and he's got a real laid-back driving style. He showed he can win, won 2 races in the Pro League, won the first inaugural Pro League race at Charlotte, and then won at Michigan. Really fast guy, really technical driver, in my opinion. Can go out there and dissect the field and get the job done. Moving on to 7th, I'm going to have to put Dagger Racing. Dagger's got a whole lot of speed and a whole lot of talent, and he won 2 showcase races last year, won half of them. Dagger's dangerous. To make it every year, he's a threat. The only problem with Dagger is he's either going to run top 5 or he's going to lag out.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to have to move on to my boy Cheesa. Cheesa's got a whole lot of speed again, and the big thing with Cheesa is he's the best guy out there on strategy.
Yeah,
Cheesa can outsmart about everybody out there on strategy. A lot of us are just, full board, we're going to go race for a win, and that's just going to be what it is. But Cheesa has got the strategy, and he's got the talent. Cheesa's got a whole lot of speed, but the big thing that sticks out to me for him is that strategy and his talent doing that. Moving on from there in 8th, that was 8th. Moving on from there in 9th, I'm going to have to put Jason. Jason's another guy that's a real laid-back driver, not really that aggressive, but he's definitely there, man. He's been top 10 on these leaderboards every single time, raced with him in Outlaw, and he's there. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those guys that's there every week and contending for a win. It don't matter where we go, what track it is, he's there. He's going to find a way to put himself in position to maybe make a win. And now we're going to go to 10th. It's where it starts getting a little more tricky. I'm going to have to put 10th place, a little tough. We're going to have to move to Red. Red has put a lot of more time in this. He showed his speed on the leaderboards that I hadn't seen before. And the reason I'm putting Red up there is because of those leaderboard times. I've raced against him in some. I ain't really raced against him in the league ever because he don't run leagues. But he had a little bad luck in the Pro League, and I think he's a guy that could be a threat next season in the Pro League. Does a lot for the community, but that's not the reason I'm picking him. He's fast. He's shown he's fast, and he's working with a pretty decent team over there to get him where he needs to be. So that's that's my top 10.
All right, coming in at my number 6, I have to go with the one and only Bulldog. He reminds me of a younger Bear, honestly. He's got the raw speed. He just got honestly, talent-wise, he's a top 3 or 4 driver in my opinion. You just got to learn to take in his emotions a little better, but he's came a long way. He's definitely Pro League ready. He will win. He will win in the Pro League. I can promise you that. Dude's fast at every track. He's good at road courses too, actually. He's gotten really good at those, and he's another wheel guy. So Bulldogs, keep it up, buddy. You're doing really good. He's actually going to be battling me and Beast and Too Fast in the Final Four tonight, everybody. So make sure to tune in and catch that at 9 p.m. Eastern. Anyways, number 7 is Jason. He's not aggressive. He's kind of quiet. You don't know he's there until the late laps of the race. That's when he shows up. He kind of he's not the closer, like old Kevin Harvick, Matt Kenseth style racer. He hangs out mid-pack, and when it comes to closing laps, he's there. He's a great racer, always on the leaderboards. He's just an all-around top racer in my opinion. Number 8, I gotta go with Slade. Slade I would put a little bit higher, but he's just recently switched to a wheel. I don't know how recent, but he's actually gotten really good on that. I feel like you give him a few more months, and he's going to be a dang near unbeatable. So Slade, and he's going to be back in the Pro League. He'll be there for years coming, I believe. Number 9 is Dagger. I got to touch back on what Bulldog said already. He's got the talent, the speed. If he had better internet connection, he'd be top 5 all day, in my opinion. My number 10 is Chiza. Chiza is consistently quick, but like Bulldog said, his strategy is like no other. You'll think you have the race won, and at the end of it, the whole field is 2 laps down. So he's a beast when it comes to that strategy. He's a smart racer, and I think he's Pro League ready as well.
Another thing about Cheesy is, man, I'll have to touch on him again real quick, is he's really got those trucks and Xfinity cars figured out for the league races.
Yeah.
He really does. And every single one of those, he's going to be dangerous. Moving on to my 11th pick, I'm going to have to put Too Fast. And the reason he's down there a little more is because in my mind, I ain't really seen the go out there and we're going to knock off top 5 every race. That's what it's going to be. He's definitely got the speed there, and he's definitely a great driver to go do it. And that's the reason he's 11th and not in my top 10, top 5. Moving on from that, I'm gonna have to put Bags in there. Bags are, decently fast guy, but he's a really smart racer. Really smart guy. Raced for Joe Gibbs last year in the Pro League. Definitely, a top 15 guy. That's the reason where he's at. Definitely a really smart racer and a really clean racer. Moving on from that, in 12th, I'm going to have to put, even though I don't like the kid, and this ain't even really for this year, but he's definitely going to be a threat next year. I'm going to have to put Chase. He's got a lot of talent and a whole lot of speed. It's my 13th pick so far. Chase is definitely dangerous, and he's going to be a threat next season. He's a little too young this year, but he's going to be there next year.
Agreed.
My 14th is my boy G. Sensi, Gerald Sensabaugh. He's wicked. He's by far the best guy on these plate tracks there is. And he proved that to me this week.
Yeah, he did.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
G racing with him on some of these mile and a halves, you know, going through there, and he's really picked up his speed at the mile and a halves. He won the Chicagoland Xfinity Series practice qualifier there, and has really picked up the speed on the mile and a halves. I ain't really seen much at the short tracks. I ain't raced with him much on the short tracks, but man, is he not fast at the mile and a halves and plate tracks. Coming in with my 15th pick, I'm going to have to put Trans Am Blue. Trans Am is another real quiet guy, real laid-back driver, another one of those kind of like Jason, fluffy. He's there. He's going to be there. Now, whether he, you know, it's just putting himself in the right place at the right time. It ain't really worked out for him yet in the league. But he's definitely got all the speed in the world to go out there and go do it and compete for this. I ain't really seen that, you know, him or Too Fast on those leaderboards yet. And really, I think that's because they ain't been, you know.
They don't run them
yeah,
much.
They don't run them much. So that's going to be my top 15 right there.
Alright, this is where it gets hard, is once you get outside that top 10. And since you've been talking, I've been sitting here, I've been rearranged my top 15 about 10 times. Or not my top 15, but my 11th through 15th, just since you did yours. So, coming in at number 11, I'm going to have to put Max Boost. Everybody knows him as Sob Max, probably. Dude's a sleeper, man. He's always fast, especially at the short tracks. He's a monster on the short tracks from what I've watched and raced against him. I would not be surprised to see him make the Pro League as well. Really, any of these guys. So coming in at 13th, I got to go with 48. 48, well, Evil OGR 48. And I'd say he's top 15, top 20 on speed, but when you get him in a race, in a pack, he can race with the best of them. I mean, he's a great racer. And when it comes to looking at Pro League guys, that's what everybody wants, is somebody that can really race. You know, in a pack, not cause no issues. I can't think of one time 48 causing a caution in one of our races. So I think he's an all-around great racer. Going on, what was that? 12. So going on number 13, I'm gonna have to go with Red. I think he's came a long way on speed, especially since we got on Heat 4 and he quit messing with that controller so much. Once he started committing to that wheel more, he's really came a long ways. He does a lot for the community, as you said. He's helped a lot of the community to get faster. So Red's definitely a top 15 guy. So I gotta go with my 14th and 15th. I gotta go with BC Racer. BC Racer kid, he's not really on the leaderboards much, but I do remember when I used to race with him and race with him a few times at Charlotte. Dude's super fast. He's super clean. He's another one he kind of reminds me of Chiza when it comes to strategy. He's always on top of it, winning races like that, if it's not off of speed. After that, I'm gonna have to put Chase in my number 15. He's got crazy speed. He's ridiculously fast. Like you said, he's just a little young right now, but he's gonna be a real threat as the seasons come.
Alright, I think our top 15 was real close to each other. Alright, my 16th pick right now is going to be 48. He's a great league racer and a great pick for any team to pick in. 48, you know, he's really picked up his speed here lately, especially since he started running over here in Outlaw. You've seen his speed in other leagues move up. But man's a really smart racer, and he knows what to do and knows where to put that race car to get the best finish possible he can. He's really smart, ain't going to get himself in a lot of trouble. He's there. You know, he's another guy that's there. Top 5, top 10 driver in every league race I've ran with him. Moving on to my 17th pick, it's going to be Mike RPM. Man's fast. There's little, you know, there's stuff that's holding him back. I'm not going to touch on that because I don't want to do that. He's there. He's fast. He's aggressive, and we'll see where he ends up this year with the Richard Petty Motorsports and everything going forward. My 17th pick, or 18th pick, yeah, 18th. I'm gonna have to go with DK Brown. DK, he ran an Outlaw with us. He's another guy that he's fast. There still needs to be more speed there. I felt like, but he's fast. He stepped in for Fed last year during the Pro League, and for stepping in mid-season, he did a well of a job. To be competitive as he is or was during that Pro League season, stepping in as late as he did, and gave Go Fast a chance. Fast, he's clean and smart. He's smart with it, and that's what a lot of my guys and a lot of guys I'm going with is you need to be smart racers. It's one thing I struggle with some. 19th pick, I'm gonna have to put Jay Wood. Jay Wood is another guy that's really fast. He's kind of like me. He lets stuff get to him too easily, and he drives a little aggressive. But man, if that speed ain't there. 19th pick. 19th pick. I'm gonna have to go with Bad Fast. And the reason I'm going with Bad Fast is that short track speed is there. He'll tell you all this, and I'm not just saying this just to be. But the only thing that's holding him back from really being something special is he don't make his own setups. Bad Fast is fast, and he's a wonderful driver. He just needs to take that another step up, and he's there. That's my 20th guy, and I'm gonna go on to you, Smoke. Do your top 20.
My number 16 was actually supposed to be my 15, and my 15 was my 16, but that's alright. So number 16 is G Cincy. He's got a great following. Like you said, when it comes to super speedways and mile and a halves, he's top 5, top 10 all day. I just haven't raced with him much at the short tracks and other places. But G is an all-around driver. He's really clean, really clean. He's patient. He's got ridiculous long run speed. He knows how to set him up for the long run. He's just an all-around racer. He's fun to race with. He knows how to hold a line in the middle of a 3-wide situation. He's just an all-around driver. So that's my number 16. Number 17 is Bags. He's kind of reminds me of a Jason in a way. He's really patient. He rides mid-pack the whole race, just cruising. At the end of the races, he's always up front. He knows how to stay out of trouble. He's a really smart racer. So that's my number 17. 18 is Diesel, aka Pennzoil from the Pro League, Final Four. I mean, you gotta put him in the top 20. He's a really clean racer too. He's actually got some good raw speed. He's fast. He's clean. I like Diesel. He's a good guy. Number 19 is Coke FN. He came in from a dirt series. That's actually where I know him from, is the late models. He's put in a lot of work, and it's really been paying off. He's been in the top 15 on all the leaderboards so far, I believe. So he's another fast one. He's got a lot of raw speed too. Blue Jimmy, I've raced with him a bunch. He's a clean, good racer. He's been putting in a lot of work. I see him running more races than on almost anybody in these qualifiers. So keep a lookout for him. He's going to be a threat here soon too. That's my top 20, Bulldog.
Starting off my top 21, I'm going to have to put Hangman in my 21st spot. I've raced with Hangman a bunch over there in Outlaw and everything else. When Hangman's the type of guy, when somebody makes a mistake, he's there to capitalize. And that's the reason he's 21st. He's got some speed. He's not there. He's not got the top 5, top 10 speed. But man, if you make a mistake during that, he's there. Moving on to my 21st pick, and I guess this is gonna have to be have to have an asterisk mark next to it. Fast Fed. Man's fast. He's not gonna be in the Pro League. Has no chance. Is barred for life. But he's definitely top 25 on the game. He was faster on Heat 3 than he was here on Heat 4. And he's not a threat to make the Pro League, obviously, but man, if you race with him in the league or anything, he's fast. For my 23rd pick, I'm gonna have to go with Slider. I've raced with Slider some, not a whole lot. Slider's fast. That's, just seeing him, there's some of those guys you race with, and this guy I'm racing with is a top 25 driver. The 24th pick is going to have to be Blue Jimmy fan. Now, Blue Jimmy, I've worked with him some at Charlotte, raced with him at ISM in Bristol. He's got the speed to be there, and he's a really clean guy, or at least from what I've seen. I ain't raced with him outside of these qualifiers, so, that's kind of the thing that's keeping me out of putting him higher than some of these other guys higher, because all I've raced with him is in those qualifiers.
Yeah, agreed.
So don't. But Blue Jimmy fan is definitely wicked fast. He's there. He needs to just pick up that extra half-tenth at most places, and he's probably a top 10 guy, I'm being honest. 24th. This is my 25th pick now. I'm going to have to go with, at 25th. I'm going to have to go with Coke FN. Coke, I've raced with him some. Man is insane. He is absolutely insane at the short tracks. Definitely top 3 speed all day at short tracks. I ain't raced with him much at the mile and a half. Raced with him at the Michigan qualifier, the practice qualifier that we had there, and he was really fast, had a lot of speed. Ain't raced with him ever in a league. Don't know. That's another guy that's kind of holding me back from putting him higher on my list. I ain't raced with him much in the league, and I don't know, his, when we're on a 20, 30, 40 lap run, I don't know how he's going to race. So that's my top 25.
Alright, coming in at my 21st pick is Pat's Ace. Pat's Ace is probably a top 10, top 15 driver. I just haven't seen him on the game much recently. But when it comes to skill, just natural talent, Pat's Ace has got to be in that top 25. He's a very clean racer, about one of the cleanest racers you'll find on the game. He's just an all-around great driver in my opinion. Coming in at number 22 is Titans 3112. I haven't raced with him much, but I remember he's ran 1 or 2 league races with us, and he was super quick. I remember Kentucky, he about won that thing. Something happened to him, but Titans has a lot of speed. He's been putting in a lot of work as well. This guy right here reminds me a lot of Chiza. His name is DWH67112. He runs a Midnight. He's another all-around driver. He can get it done on road courses. It don't matter what style track it is. He's smart with strategy. Top driver in my opinion. Coming in at number 24 is Jason Keffer. Like I said, he was a Final Four. How can you not put him in the top 25? So, clean driver as well. He's good with strategy. Good on pretty much any style track. He ain't gonna run into nobody. He's clean. He'll let you go if you're faster. Just all around a good racer. Coming in at number 25 is Brewster. All around racer in my opinion. He's been running with us in Outlaw a lot recently. Many people don't know him. I didn't know him before he started running with us. But he's a clean racer. He gets a little block happy sometimes, but other than that, he's came a long way and he's got a lot of potential. So that's my top 25.
Starting off my top 20, going to 26. Now we're outside the top 25. I'm gonna have to put Galen in there. Galen's another guy that's always got the strategy. He's really fast at the big tracks. I've not really seen a whole lot of speed out of Galen at the short tracks. He ain't really ran these qualifiers much. It's another reason he's outside my top 25. But Galen is, Galen's there. He's got the strategy. He's close to cheese on the strategy. It's just, you know,
Yeah.
the speed. There's some speed and some intangibles there that's holding him back from being even faster and being out there. Was your crew chief in season 1, so we know he's got the setup. You know what I'm saying? We know he has the setup talent and everything else to go out there and do it. He just got to do it. In 27th, as much as it pains me to say, I'm going to have to put Keffer in my 27th. Jason Keffer, JRM Keffer, whatever his name is now. In my 27th, he's got a lot of talent, a lot of speed. Another Final Four driver. So we got to put him there in 27th. Next, I'm going to go with the last driver I ain't put on my list. It was in the Final Four of last year. Diesel Rothgate. Pennzoil from Pro League. I've always, I ran with him a lot when I was back at Midnight. Me and him worked on some stuff together. He's really fast, really clean. There's some stuff there that's keeping me back from putting him there because I ain't really seen just the absolute raw speed. But he's another very, very smart, clean racer, and that's what these guys want most. 28th, I'm going to have to go with a guy that I've seen on the leaderboard some. I ain't really raced with him a whole lot. Raced with him some at Bristol and ISM. Not much at Charlotte or Daytona thus far. A guy that I've been looking at for a while now is Jaw 2131. He's fast. And I ain't got much to say about him because I ain't raced with him a whole lot. And now sorry, I got a little off track there. This is my 30th pick. I'm gonna have to go with J Mons. J Mons is he's got mid-level speed with some of these other guys, but he's a really smart racer. J Mons has got a little, he gets a little upset when somebody gets into him, when somebody ruffles his feathers a little bit, but he's there. He's got some speed. He was Keffer's crew chief last season, and he definitely has potential to make it. Especially having the connection already there.
So that's your top 30?
Yeah.
Alright, so my 26 is Venom Racing. He's been around for years and years. If he wanted to be on these leaderboards, he could be. He's got a lot of talent. He knows a lot about cars. He's just a great all-around racer. Venom Racing is one of the you want to talk about longevity? Venom's been there for many years. Very respectable guy. So that's my number 26 is Venom. Number 27 is Jaw. 2131, haven't raced with him much, but I've seen him on the leaderboards a lot. He seems like a quick guy. He's been putting in a lot of work. He's been running lobbies after lobbies, trying to make it. So he's another good one. My number 28 is AJ Storm. Guy puts in a lot of hours on this. He tries to help everybody and anybody he can get as fast as possible. He's a clean racer. He's gotten a lot faster here recently. He ran with us in a Michigan race and seemed pretty quick. So AJ coming in number 28. So 28 was AJ. 29, I gotta go with Slider. He was a Miami finalist. He was one of the first ones to ever go to a live event. One of only 4 PlayStation guys that qualified their way in. Slider's an all-around driver, one of the best. He's been here for years as well. All-around driver. Then number 30, I'm gonna go with Noco Racing. He works with Coke FN real closely. He's a good racer. He's got some speed. So all-around racer. That's my top 30.
Starting off with my 31st, I'm gonna have to go with AJ Sizzle Storm or On a Mission Storm. I respect AJ to the utmost for what he's done over there and when he left Midnight and went to do his own thing and on a mission, and is really building some guys up and really getting them fast. AJ's always had quite a bit of speed, but the big thing with AJ, again, man, he's like a lot of guys that I've put on my list, and I've said this a lot, is he's got a lot of race IQ. He's a very smart racer, and knows where to put the car in the right place at the right time to go up there and give his, be able to have a shot at a win. They've been running these leaderboards. They've been top 20, top 15 every time. They really put in a lot of work. 31st is going to be Venom Racing. I've only ran 2 league races with Venom, not been around him much at all. But from what I've seen out of him, man, he's fast. He's very clean racer. He's out there. You know what I'm saying? From what I've seen, if he put in this time, like you said, Smoke. If he put in the time on the leaderboard, there's no doubt in my mind he wouldn't be in top 15 every single time, especially with the group he's guys he's working with over there.
Yep.
Next, I'm gonna have to put NoCo Racing. A guy that I ran with back when I was coming up through the ranks in the Midnight Xfinity series. NoCo's really improved a whole lot to where he once was. NoCo used to be really aggressive, caused some wrecks, but man, he has really stepped up his game big time. Then I'm gonna have to put Pat's Ace. He was one of the original guys that helped me get to where I'm at back when I first joined the Midnight Xfinity. Yeah, Pats and Smoke and Fluffy, they all really helped me a ton over there and got me to where, I could run a cup car in a league. But Pats has always been really fast on the short tracks. Smart. He's smart what he does with the car and how he runs a race. And my 35th pick, a guy that, I think this is where our list is going to start doing different. A guy that ain't ran these qualifiers at all, but a guy that's really fast and has all the potential to do it. He just needs to do it. Is Rowan Duck. Or Becky Lynch, whatever his name is now. One of the two. Rowan Duck, I've ran with him in leagues for now 2-3 years. He's insanely fast in leagues. He really is, and he just needs to put in the time to go run these qualifiers, and he will be there. He's got the age, he's got the youngness in him, he's smart, he's just as fast as me, but he's not as aggressive. Rowan Duck is there, he just needs to go do it. Buddy, if you're watching, do it. I'm trying to get you to. That's my top 35, Smoke.
Alright. Coming in at 31st is Sloppy Joe. I actually feel like he could be higher than that. He was fairly quick in the Pro League. I just haven't seen him on NASCAR Heat much since. So I don't know if he kind of quit playing. I don't know what old Sloppy's doing. So he's still got to be in that top 35 though. But if he put in the work, he's top 20 all day in my opinion. He got really fast once we got to Heat 4 in the Pro League. Starting at Vegas, he got a pole. He was really strong at ISM. He's an all-around driver. Coming in at number 32, and man, I don't like saying his name, but I League Hobos. Coming in at 32, I think he's too young though. I'm not sure. I've heard that he's 15.
He's too young. He's 14 currently.
14, okay, we'll give it another couple of years. He's really fast though. He's really quick. He's kind of like another Chase. He's fast. He works a lot with Scout, I believe. So watch his name in the near future. So that's, what was that, 30? Whatever. 32, I guess. Yeah, 32 is Jay Mons. He was JRM Keffer's crew chief in the Pro League. He's a really clean racer. He's an awesome guy to talk to. Love talking to the guy. All around good racer. Clean racer. Number 33 is Dooman. 01, I believe it is. He races with Venom. I've known him for years, and I'm telling y'all, he just races and leads. If he actually got out here and went for these leaderboards, he's just like Venom. Dude is ridiculously fast, and I believe if he put in the effort, he could be top 10 easy. He's actually going to be running with us in our finale tonight at Las Vegas, and going to be running with us full time next season. So really excited about that. Coming in number 34, and this dude's got top 10, top 15 speed, is Trans Am Blue. He's just got to get some luck on his side, I feel like. He got to put together a race, and I feel like he can win. He runs top 5 most of every race we're in. Number 35, very old buddy of mine, but a very good buddy. We used to be super tight back in the day. It used to be, people like to joke around about me and the Bears got a big rivalry. It used to be me and the hitter. That used to be my guy I had a rivalry with. But the hitter comes in at 35. He knows the ins and outs of all the setups. He's a very fast guy. So that's my top 35.
Moving on to my 36 pick, I'm going to have to go with a guy that I've raced with a ton.
Stop, dogs.
I ain't really raced with him much on this game. Sadly, he raced Auto Club race with us and actually finished second. He's got all the speed. He ain't really put in the time on the leaderboards. I know he's ran them. I'm going to have to go with Big D Destroyer.
Yep.
He's insanely quick in the leagues, can build a great long run car, and has got the speed to do it. He just needs to go do it. Has everything working with him. He's working with a great team over there, and was Diesel Rothgabe's crew chief last year in Pro League. Next on my list, I'm gonna have to put Sloppy Joe. I've not really raced with Sloppy a whole lot. He did a lot better than I think anybody expected him to do in the Pro League, and that's very well known. He's picked up a lot of speed from when I ran with him back on Heat 3. I ain't seen him much on here, but he's definitely gotten faster from where he was. That's my 37th pick, correct? Yeah.
It's hard to keep up, ain't it?
Yeah, it is, putting 50 names together.
Yeah, it is.
38th pick, I'm going to have to go with Celtics fan. And just to say this, and if, like Smoke said, the hitter and all that, the reason some of those guys are not on mine is just because I ain't raced with them.
Yeah.
That's the reason my list is really going to differ towards the bottom of this as we go. I'm going to have to put Celtics fan up there, race with him a bunch on Heat 3. He's got a lot of speed. He's one of AJ's on a mission guys. Definitely fast. They've put some time in, and I've for sure seen him being in the showcase. Where he goes from that, and once you get there, it's just going to be what you can do in a car and where you can race in that league, in those league style races. So I'm going to put Celtics fan in 37th. Yeah.
That was 38, wasn't it?
38, yeah, 38. Good Lord, it's hard to keep up. 39th, I am going to have to put hitter. I have raced with him some. He's been fast. Definitely fast on the plate tracks. I actually think he owns the all-time leaderboard at Talladega. Races him some. Really fast, a mile and a half from what I've seen, what I've raced with him. Definitely a threat. 39th pick, I'm going to have to go with Racehead. Racehead is fast. He's there. He's got, he needs a little more speed to be there, but he's there. And then my 40th pick, and this is just because I ain't raced with you much, I'm going to have to go with C. Workman. Workman is fast. I raced with him some. He's a little aggressive. Raced with him here recently on some of the plate tracks and stuff. Racing with some of those boys. He's fast. He's got a really good IQ of the racetrack and how to run a race. So that's going to be my top 40.
Alright, coming in at number 36, old Jobs. He got the game late, He barely just made the pro league because he got it late. He made a big run at it. Once he got the game, he learned really quick. I believe he is on a wheel now. He was on a controller. I haven't raced with him since he switched to a wheel. That's why he's down a little bit more. I don't know how he's doing on a wheel in the whole 9 yards. So that's my number 36. 37 is Flash 9. I've raced with him a lot in these qualifiers, and he's actually really quick. I'd like to race with him a little bit more in actual races to see how he does, in a pack or what. We raced with him a little bit at Daytona last night, and he seemed to do good. So Flash 9 is 37th. 38th is Big D Destroyer. He was, like you said, Diesel's crew chief. He came and ran one league race with us at Auto Club, finished second. He did a really good job, didn't cause no issues. He's a fast driver. I feel like if he put in some more work, he could get up on them leaderboards and probably lead most of the crew he runs with. He's a really fast. He's got a lot of raw speed. Coming in at 39 is Jay Wood. Jay Wood's, he's fast. He's good at saving his equipment. He just kind of lacks in his attitude a little bit from what I've seen and heard from people. But as far as a driver, he's a top 15 driver, top 40 attitude. But he's a good driver. Coming in number 40 is Hunty Wild, I believe his name is. He's fast pretty much anywhere you go. I haven't raced with him much, but I know I've seen him in lobbies during these qualifiers, and he's been quick. So that's top 40 Bulldog.
And my 41st pick is going to be Brewster. Really quick, he's getting the help he needs right now to be faster. Definitely going to be there. 42nd pick is going to be Marcus Edub. I ain't raced with Marcus much on this game. He needs to put more time in, and he'll be there top 20. I'm pretty sure. Going on from that, I'm going to have to put Deadpool in 43rd. I race with Deadpool some. He's another guy that's working up there with the hashtag Soda Pop Chassis guys of Coke FN and NoCo. By the way, love the name. If any of y'all are watching, I love that. 44th pick is going to be Flash 9. I ain't raced with him much. Raced with him some at ISM. Didn't see him much at Bristol. Flash 9 is fast. The only reason, another guy, one of those reasons that I don't put him up there is just because of the amount of time I ain't raced with him.
Yeah.
45th pick. This is where it's really getting hard. Diamond 20X. He races Outlaw, runs in Venom, runs his own league, is dual qualifying on Xbox. Diamond's a really good guy, with a really good shot to make it either on PlayStation or Xbox. I think he's leaning more towards the Xbox side. That's my top 45.
So coming in at number 41 is Hangman. Hangman is another one. I feel like all these guys are. That's why I said at the start is any of these guys are good enough to be in the pro league. I feel like so it was hard to put everybody in a certain order. So, but Hangman coming in at 41, all around great driver. He's very clean. He's willing to help anybody the most he can. He's an awesome guy to talk to. He's a cool dude. Coming in at number 42 is Corey 2114. I really feel like he should be a lot higher than that. He's ran with us 2 times. The first time he won at Kentucky. Second time he ran with us last week at Homestead and probably should have won the race. But he's really fast. I've just only ran with him 2 times. I feel like if I raced with him more, he'd be higher. Number 43 is DK Brown, and why he's this low is because I know for season 2 everybody's got to be on a wheel, and I don't know if he switched to the wheel yet. I don't know. I just haven't raced with him since he's on a wheel, or if he's on a wheel yet. But from when he was on a controller, when you were able to run controllers in the Pro League, top 15, top 20 all day. Number 44, and this is why I got the leaderboard pulled up because I don't know how to pronounce his name. He's in 5th place right there. ZDYKSTRAA. His name is actually Zach though. He's a really clean driver. He's really fast. He's really good at holding the line. He's a cool dude to talk to. He's kind of quiet, but he's cool. Like that kid. He's got a lot of potential in a couple years to come. I believe he's pretty young. Stop, dogs. Coming in at 45 is Celtics. Haven't raced with him much. He's got speed though. He's clean, never causes any issues. So that'd be number 45 actually. So that's my 45th.
Going to 46 for me, I'm going to put Thomas, H09009.
Yep, I forgot
Raced.
about him.
I did too. I got to point up some of these leaderboards, man, and I know he's put in a lot of time to get there. I don't think he really has a group to run with right now, and that's the big thing that's holding him back is because he ain't got. That's the biggest thing is bouncing ideas off people and everything else to get you faster. 46 is Thomas. 47th is DWH. The reason he's a little lower is the times I've raced with him, which he ain't really been that top 5 guy, but I ain't raced with him much, and that's the reason some of these guys are a little lower on my board than what they should be. 48th is going to be Jay Hyper. Jay is fast. He's fast. He needs to pick up his speed just a little bit, and he'll be there. He needs to work on it just a little bit more. I know he's going to iRacing. 49th is going to be Honey Wild. The reason Honey Wild is this far down is I've ran 2 races ever with him, talking about Heat 2, Heat 3, Heat 4. Raced with him some, not much. He's really fast, really a whole lot of raw speed. And 50th is going to be SHG Hot Rod. And the reason this guy is down so low on my board is because he is absolute trash. I'm just joking with you, Smoke. I'm just joking with
funny.
you.
I like
I'm just joking with you. No, 50th, and the reason this guy is so down on my board is because I've never ran a lap with him on track. I like Hobos. He's young. Seen him on the leaderboards. He's fast, and that's my top 50.
Alright, this is kind of the area where I was looking through the list I already had. I'm like, man, this person should have been there. This person should have been there. So I didn't put these guys here because I feel like they're the 40. Like, I don't know, just it's tough, guys, to make a top 50 list, let alone a top 10. So number 46 was Galen. He's great. He knows all the ins and outs of cars. He's got a strategy down. He's probably about the second best behind Chiza when it comes to strategy. He's just gotta find that raw speed. I know he's in a search of a new wheel. He's been having a lot of wheel problems as well. So once he gets that new wheel, I look for him to make a big jump on the list. Number 47 is Racehead. I have much respect for that dude. Haven't really raced with old Racehead much. I know he's been in the top 100 on all these qualifiers for sure. I don't know where he's been at exactly. Haven't raced really much, but he's a good all-around driver. And 48 is Mike. That's another one I forgot to add somewhere in the top 25. He's got to be on that top 50 though for sure. He's a season 1 Pro League driver. He's a good driver. He's a fast driver. He's got his moments, but maybe we all do. Number 49 is C. Workman. Haven't really raced with him much. I know he races with Midnight, I believe now. And I believe he runs up front. I don't know though. Haven't ran with him much. But I hear he's a good racer. Number 50 is Deadpool. I feel like Deadpool can be a lot higher than this. And the only reason I put him at number 50 is because of his internet issues. I don't know if he's got that fixed. But he actually started out with Outlaw with us, but he had a really bad internet problem, so we kind of had to make way with that. But if he had that internet, if he had
that fast and running off hotspot, that's impressive.
Yeah, I made the season 1 Pro League running off a hotspot all on my phone. So, anyways, he get that internet fixed, he'll make a big jump up the board as well. So that is our top 50, and the Bulldog is crazy. That just goes to show our top 10 was relatively the same, but that just goes to show everybody's got different opinions. Red did one, AJ done one, me and Bulldog just did one. All four of them was dang near completely different once you got outside the top 5. So it really comes down to all opinions, guys. I mean, my point of doing this, me and Bulldog to do a top 50 right here, was to show our opinions don't matter. Because we all think different. We all have different ideas. We all look for different things. Really what matters is whoever picks the drivers for the showcase races and then the teams. What everybody else says in these podcasts, I mean,
take it with a grain of salt.
Exactly.
Take it with a grain of salt, because everybody we mentioned here has all the potential in the world, and y'all are amazing. Y'all are great. And to be top 50 on a game where there's,
heck, there's like
100,000 people running it. You know what I'm saying? If you're top 50, that's really, really saying something. That's not, and the reason I think on a lot of mine Smoke's list, and what would make that harder is if we would ran with some of y'all more.
Yeah.
Y'all are definitely there. Anybody that was outside that top 25, 24, honestly, that 25 is with an asterisk mark next to it, because it's 25 A, B, C.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, anybody on this top 50 could be in the top 15, top 25. Like, once you literally, I'm not gonna lie. Once I got past the 10th, 11th, 12th mark, it got hard, man. I really had to sit here and be like, you know what? I mean, everybody's so close. That's what I love about PS4 is you got 50 drivers that can win a race, to where I feel like, I don't know, I haven't raced Xbox much, but if you look at the times, it just, I don't know, it just feels like there's PS4 is a lot more stats. It's harder to make a top 50 on PlayStation.
It really is, and all the respect to every single one of these guys that's ran these qualifiers, so far in these 4 weeks have been insane and hard, and all the respect to every single one of y'all, and even just, I know what all the hard work puts into it. Me and Smoke both do, and everybody that's ran with us. All the respect to every single one of y'all guys that you run it and put in. I don't care if you're setting in B class, but just trying. All the respect to anybody that's put a lap time down.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. So, but even I'm sure there's probably 10, 15 guys outside the top 50 we forgot. I could probably make this list 3 or 4 times and the top 50 would look completely different. So that's what we're saying, like, don't take this, because everybody's top 50, everybody's top 25, everybody's top 5, everybody's top 100. They're all going to look different. So the only thing that matters is what the team's opinion is, and the people who, I don't know if it's 704 who selects who goes to the showcase races, their opinions are the only ones that matter. Our opinions ain't going to get you all drafted. Your mama's opinions ain't going to get you all drafted. Your brothers, your daddies, your cousins, your uncles, your dogs, your cats, your cows, your horses. Ain't none of them going to get you drafted, except what y'all do. Just put in 100% effort on everything y'all do, and I guess y'all just find out if y'all get an invite to the showcase race. But, so like I said, don't take this list right here to heart. I mean, heck, you never know. The whole top 24 might be people out of the C class. So, you never know. So, anyways, that's that. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. And make sure tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern, Outlaws Racing Station, this channel right here, y'all tune in. It's going to be a dogfight. You got myself, Bulldog, Beast of Asgard, Too Fast. We're all going for the first ever Outlaws Championship. And then you got to mix in all these other guys that are hungry to get the win. So, make sure to tune in. Zane is going to be broadcasting. He's the best in the business. Come show him some love. Show us some love. And we'll see y'all out on the track. Bulldog, you got any final thoughts?
Yeah, hey, just remember, if it's a dog fight, who you got to go with? The dog. That's it.
Definitely not. Smoke rises, brother. Smoke will rise.
Well, we'll catch y'all next week on the Talking Outlaw. Next week be around the time of closing into that first showcase race, so we'll know who's in there and be able to talk about that and give a preview of that. So
also one more thing is Make sure y'all check our channel too if y'all need any help with Daytona or ISM. We posted them on there. The Daytona car I'm running is very close to what we're running, what's sitting on the leaderboard right now. There's a couple differences, but they're minor. So just tune on it, get you a good group together with the same stuff, and go out there and push the time. Same with
Go
the
out there
ISM
and beat
truck.
us.
Yeah, go out there, beat us, make us work for it. So, anyways, appreciate it, guys. We'll see y'all tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern.